Apparently today is my affiliate anniversary. Wow, happy anniversary! I'll put my party hat on, shall I? Should I wear a party hat? Should we all have jelly and ice cream? All right. Let me see where we are. I was wiring up the Python. Let me wire up the Python. So, oh my god, this is so cool. I really love this. Right, so this is the icon for the Python. And this is the button prompt. So this would be let's put prompt GP for gamepad, and then we need to do a prompt keyboard. And for keyboard, I want the tab key. The thing is, the tab key is like a bigger key, so I don't know whether I can use my normal key for that. It needs to be bigger, really. I could stretch it, I guess. Actually, let me see. Did that not come from my control prompts thing? Let me see. Because I did save because I do this so much. Like a button prompts thing. I've got a button prompts for Xbox. I thought I had a folder for button prompts. I was looking in here yesterday. Crying out loud. Why is it all backwards like that? Control prompts. This is what I was looking for. Keyboard and mouse. Blanks. Blank, white, wide. Here we go. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Quite small though. Yeah, I think tab should be the key for the Python. Okay, that works. There's the Python, by the way. I'm very proud of it. I think it's great. I basically wanted it to be the most embarrassing looking phone you could possibly have. The most embarrassing phone imaginable is what she's going to give you. And so I came up with that. That is pretty special. Not only that, but I've actually made it an interactable phone as well, so then you can bring it up. And we have our friend finder, so I'm just going to wire all this up now. Actually, what I should have done is probably put this script sheet. rather than have a second script. Here we go. It's got everything set up like that. Yeah, that's all linking properly. Right, so does it work from there? Because then I can wire up the icon to open up the phone in the first place. Let me just check, see if that works. Come on, Unity, what are you playing at? Yeah, it seems fine. Yeah, it seems fine. Okay, that's good news. So I can get rid of it from there. So I'll do a bool phone open equals false. All this is if phone open. And I can wire up the opening of the phone. Okay, so I don't currently have the triangle map tagged. So let's go map that. Also, why does that tab look like that? It actually doesn't, it's just Unity being Unity. Key tab. I think it's fine. Yeah, those keyboard prompts aren't very good actually. They're not the ones that I ended up using. So we've got a little bit of UI inconsistency, but I'm not going to worry too much about it right at this stage. I haven't got infinite time. Right, so let's set up the button. So we'll call the input phone, and then for keyboard we want tab, and for gamepad we want oh, I was going to do select, but then I changed my mind because select let's go with triangle because select was too hard to read as like a UI visual thing. So, and plus it's different depending on the gamepad that you're on as well. So, I mean, triangle's different depending on what gamepad you're on. But everybody knows what the triangle button is, even if you're on Xbox, I would think. So, and to be fair, I could put Xbox controls. It's just, again, it's like, oh my god, all this stuff just takes time. It's fine. Right, so we set up our input to open the phone. So we need a, I'll just put open phone is input asset find action phone, and then if not phone open, in fact we could do this as an else actually. If we do else, then this is if the phone isn't open, and if input open phone is phone open, isn't it? Phone open. Oh no, phone open is the bool. What the fuck did I just call it? I didn't call it open phone. I haven't declared it. It is an input action. Oh my god. I'll get this right in a minute. Was press this frame. Okay. I could just say okay, and then basically if we do that when the phone is already open, then we want to close the phone. Okay, let's just quickly test that. We also need to change the input prompt based on whether it is keyboard and mouse or gamepad. Okay, so now we can open and close the phone and navigate through it. Excellent. Okay, so the final bit is when we press. Yeah, I'm also gonna want. I don't know who's gonna die and in what order yet, but I am gonna want some like red crosses basically that appear over the people who have died, who are dead, to indicate that they are not contactable. So actually if I just do, so this one is grid select, this one is grid icon, and if we create a new one, we'll do a grid dead. Okay, so let's go get a red cross. We're gonna get freaking British Red Cross. That one's good. Dead red. Apply the grid layout group. Why is Zeppelin still bigger? See, Zeppelin is bigger because I had to get a bunny's for comedy effects. But grid layout's supposed to fix that, which it hasn't, which is kind of weird. Yeah, why isn't that? Is kind of weird. Let's go and manual it. Weird. Not sure why. Alright, so now we have the ability to cross off whoever's died. So we need a reference to those. So I'll just call it crosses for now. Okay, so the next thing I need is, we should have menu confirm already mapped as an input. We are going to need a reference to the waypoint system. So essentially, when we press confirm on the frame, because I don't know how I'm going to do this yet. I don't have like a system that's tracking who's alive and dead. I think what I might do is basically just check to see whether the game object is switched on or off. So check if dead. Turn off character game objects when they die. Which means that my load save systems are going to need to save the state of those going forward. Yeah, that's fine, we can do that. So if characters at position selected dot what the fuck? Dot game object dot active self is true. Okay, then they are alive. So I'm going to need to iterate through those characters to see who's alive and dead as well when we update the images. So update death states. So if the character is active and still alive, then what we want to do is we want to tell the WP arrow system that the target location, it's not a WP arrow system. It is, what the fuck's it called then? Mission waypoint. Let's call it waypoint then. Waypoint. Waypoints. Location wants to equal characters at selected dot game object. And we also want to close the phone. So essentially we say we do what we do when we close the phone as well. Okay. Let's test that. Shit, I left the phone open. Okay, so now we should be able to say that we want to find Emiru. Null reference. Weird. She's right there. Oh, I forgot to set mission waypoint, that's why. No. Okay, let's say we want mtashed. There we go. So the it's because it's fine. It's because it was interrupted by the objective. The objective took over the map. So it's telling me to go up the stairs and in here, and there he is. And we can stand right here and select Tecton, and it points to Tecton. Asmongold, it points to Asmongold. Sticks, it points to Sticks. Zepler. Okay, so now we can track whoever we want in the game. It's really nice actually. I like that a lot. Envy. That is so cool. That is really nice actually. That is really nice. It feels really good. See, I always wished that Danganronpa worked like that. Like it would have saved so much time. Danganronpa was such a fucking. It's such a bad quality of life game. That game, it really is. This is fucking great quality of life. This though. It's just a shame that I don't know if it'll actually get used that much, because I don't know how much opportunity I'm gonna have. But I like this so much that like it actually is encouraging me to do like more free time and, you know. All right, so that works freaking perfectly. I love it. Well, I say perfectly. The only thing it's not doing is it's not. So the only other thing, well, there's two things we need to do. With this. So we need to update death states. So essentially what we'll do is we'll do a for each. Yeah, we can do it as game object in characters. Game object get character in characters. Why doesn't it like that? Transform to game object, so it's a transform, so can't we do characters dot game object? Okay, if the character is active self, then basically our crosses, and we need to know what index this is at as well. So we'll do an int index equals 0. Make sure we increment index as we go through. Then we can say crosses at index dot set active dot game objects. Is the grid layout on the? Yeah, just turn that off. Okay, we could do enabled. Should be fine as long as we turn the grid layout off. It should be fine. Right, so basically if a character is alive, then the cross should be off, else the cross should be on to indicate that they're dead. And we only need to update that each time. Each time the phone is enabled. So let's test that. So our phone's open, everyone's alive. Let's close our phone. Kill Asmongold. He's dead. Didn't work. Okay, weird. What did I do? What did I do wrong? Get character game object active self. Else. Index. Oh, because the script's not enabled. That's why. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I know what to do. Yeah, because this script runs constantly while we have access to the phone. This probably would work, and the reason why is because we're going to be enabling and disabling the phone icon in between states, right? So basically, no one's this will work because nobody has the chance to die in the middle of a free time, right? We have to go through story, right? We have to progress through story for somebody to die and then have, you know, an investigation and all kinds of shit, right? So this thing would get chance to update. However, in the interest of testing it and wanting to make it better, I'm going to take this code and I'm going to put it, well, we can literally just rename this now and we'll call update deaths. And all I'm going to do is each time we open the phone, which is here, I'm just going to make a call to update deaths. There we go. Actually, if we update the deaths before we show the phone, then it should look better. So we'll update deaths first. There we go. So open the phone, everyone's alive, yay. Let's kill Asmongold. I don't know why I put Asmongold. And there he goes, he shows up dead. If I try to nav to Asmongold, it won't let me. We could play a little noise here, like eh, or something like that. But, yeah, it's fine. So I can pick someone who's alive and it just shows me where they are. Perfect. And as I walked through that door, it changed because it moved on to the next objective. Because we're not gonna have the option to do this while we have active objectives anywhere. So basically, what this will say, this is my plan. What this will say is either it'll say something like free time. You know what I mean? Go to bed when you're ready to end the day or something like that. And so you don't have a specific objective, but if you want to go hang out with somebody, you can just go hang out with Texhorn. Shows you where he is. You can go find him, and it'll show you where to go. That is actually really cool. I'm really happy with that. And there you go, showing you where Texhorn is. Nice. I like that a lot. That is really cool. Yeah, that's exactly how I wanted it to be in my head. The only other thing I need to do is change the UI based on gamepad. There was another system that I did recently that doesn't update based on whether we're using gamepad or not. I know my main menu uses this. Let me just remind myself exactly how we do this. It's player input, I think. Yeah, if player input current scheme is gamepad, then we can set up the gamepad look if it equals, because it's auto switch as well. So if current look gamepad, then basically the way we want it set up, we need references to these as well. So we need, these are our controls, so we'll put it with these, I guess. So I'll do a public game object. It's literally one thing. So it's public game object. What did I call it? Prompt GP for game prompt gamepad, and a game object prompt KB. And so all we do is we say, if gamepad prompt gamepad dot set active to true and prompt keyboard set active to false, else we invert that. So prompt keyboard set active to true and prompt gamepad set active to false. Alright, we can test that and it should update in real time. Yeah, there was another system I need to apply that to, but I can't remember what it was. What the fuck was that? Something I was working on recently. It might be the... It might even be the dialogue system and the narration system, to be honest. I'll know when I test by playing fully on keyboard and mouse, which I haven't done yet, because I'm a gamepad boy. I'm a gamepad Andy, right? So I always want to play on gamepad. It's just so much nicer. But what we should see now is that tab key disappear because I'm playing on gamepad. Oh fuck, why didn't that work? Oh, I forgot to reference it again. What is wrong with me? Weird how I didn't get a null ref though. It's kind of weird. There we go. Yeah, strange how that doesn't null ref me. Huh. Alright, we can collapse most of this now. That's fine. It looks good. It's still not doing it. What the fuck? Where did I put that line of code? Oh, I only did it when the phone's open. I'm an idiot. Okay, I only did it when the phone's open. Yeah, we just need to put that there. I wondered why it wasn't working. Alright. And I also wonder why I didn't null ref, because I should have null refed. So that also explains why I didn't null ref. Because the phone wasn't open. Alright. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, I forgot to... God, I am so fucking useless. Yeah, I'm looking at it here as well, for fuck's sake. So there's the prompt gamepad, there's the prompt keyboard. Save it for the 56th time. Yeah, I really like this Python thing I did. It's actually really, really cool. Much better than a map system. It's easier than a map system as well, that's the thing. I don't know why developers make shit maps. Just make good nav systems. This is so much better. Look at this. It's more immersive. It's much more immersive. It's fucking great. I love it. I think maps are outdated. I really do. Like, if you've got a big open world, I can see the point. Sometimes you need to just look around and see where you're going and stuff. But for a game like this, a Danganronpa type game, you're in one building. You don't need a map. I think that's the other thing as well. I think that's what it is, you know. I think indoor maps suck. Maps indoors suck, but maps outdoors are fine. So, like, it's fine for Genshin Impact to have a map, because outdoor maps are fine. But then, having said that, once you start getting, like, deep in caves and stuff, it can be a pain in the ass, right? Because it's exactly what I'm saying, right? Outdoor maps suck. Definitely. Yeah, this is great. This feels so snappy as well. Yeah, this feels great to play. God, especially compared to Danganronpa. It feels so nice. Compared to Danganronpa. Yeah, this is actually a pleasure to play, actually. Which is the whole fucking point. Like on Danganronpa, you can't even move without feeling like you're stuck on these weird fucking rails and stuff. It's awful. And then you gotta go through the whole map thing just to find somebody. So having like a good controller like this in a nice space where you don't get stuck on stuff, and then just being able to do this and nav to somebody is just a fucking joy. It's really cool. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. Okay, so now what we need to do, now that we've figured out the way our death system's going to work, how we keep in track of players and stuff, we need to make sure that our load and save system understands how that works, because otherwise we're going to be killing players and then they're going to be brought back to life again when someone restores a save. So that's no good. So we can fix that easily by restructuring our load and save game. Okay. So at the moment we have 0 as player position, 1 is look at position, 2 is current day, 3 is current objective, 4 is the number of wubbers collected. This is where it needs to go. Here. It needs to be the new 4. So we know we have 9 characters, right? So this is basically going to be 4 to 13, and then wubbers is going to be 15. So this is going to be character death states. So these are going to be true, false values, also known as bools. The player can never die. Well, not the way other characters die. The player wouldn't be able to nav to themselves anyway. Make sure we increment that. So 9 times we're going to load the raw data. Actually, I'm not going to do it inside a loop because these are all the reason why. Okay, I'm not going to do it that way actually. The reason why is because they're all. I would have to put if statements to say if character equals 1, and it's just honestly it's just a fucking pain in the ass. It's going to be easier just to say here. Can we do a system convert on that? I'm trying to think how you do to bool. yeah, tuple. Okay, so our system doesn't currently have access to characters. Yeah, that's a fair point, actually. Right, hang on a minute. I've changed my mind. I'm going to do it in a loop. Because I have to do it. Yeah, I was thinking that I was going to address the game objects directly. I could, but there's no need, really. Where the fuck is that? Here we go. Just do the usual. There we go. Okay, so that's how we load them in. We basically read a true or false value and we apply it to the active state of characters to indicate whether they should be turned off or turned on. So let's make sure our load system has the characters linked. Paimon's special, so she should be at the top. Because she can't die, also. Not in the same way that everyone else can. So we have 9 characters, starting with mtashed. Okay, perfect. Our save system needs to do the same. Mtashed, Tecton, Asmongold, NV. Emiru, Zebla, Sarah, Dish, and Sticks. Okay. So, before Wubba's collected, we need to do another for each here. So we need for each. I think characters I put in as game objects. So we can say for each game object get character in characters. We want to say SW encrypt write line. And we need a driver as well. Oh, no we don't. No we don't. No we don't. Because we've got get character. So we just basically say get character active state active self to string. Okay. And that should be it. Okay, so now we need to delete our save file because it's changed. So our save game needs to go and our new game needs to go. We need to load it. Python should be closed on start, main menu should be open. Okay, we should now have a new save game file. No we don't. I remember now. Yeah, no we don't. We have to manually trigger save. There we go. There we go. Still only 1 kilobyte. Okay, we now have our new game.dat. We need to make sure that comes over to builds with us as well. Okay. So now we should have a successful new games save file. Except my controller battery's died. Oh, fucking ready. That control needs to go in the bin. Only one of you is real. There you are. Yep. Everything worked fine. So let's interact with March and collect the Wubba and make sure restarting the game continues successfully. Yep, perfect. We still need to make sure those Wubbas don't get collected like that. when we restore from a loaded game. Yeah, we should be great. Now our save system understands when characters die and how to update the death states on them and stuff, and our Pi phone knows about that as well, which is great. That is great. Let's just play through for a sec. Yeah, everything's looking really good actually. I do want to make a slight improvement to the dialogue delivery system so that it doesn't... When it first opens up, it shows... For one frame, it briefly shows what was displayed on it previously, and it can feel to the player like they just accidentally skipped dialogue, even though it's just my system catching up. So I'd like to reconfigure that so that that doesn't happen, just because it looks better and it won't confuse the player. But I'm going to have to tinker with it to do that. I can do that at any point, it's easy peasy. So it's not like... It's not like top priority or anything. Really, it's part of polishing. It's just like making things look better. That's all it really is. Oh yeah, I might also add a dialogue history system. I think would be a really good idea. So if you accidentally skip too far, you can bring up the history of what was said. Because all good visual novel games have that. It's actually not that hard to do. It's actually pretty easy. Yeah, there's a few little changes to this I want to make as well, but my system's so fucking versatile. I'm loving my system, I have to admit, mate. It's been painful getting here, but Jesus, this is so versatile. Like, there are lines I want to add in the middle of this and stuff, and it's just so easy to do. It's just so easy to do. It's just like, yep, I can just slot pages in or whatever the fuck I want at any point. It's so nice. Yeah, I think I will add a dialogue history so that you can check that in the middle of one of these scenes. I might add it to the Python as well. Yeah, I'd probably give it... Yeah, because there's going to be a dialogue history system anywhere. So I'll probably make it so you can access it from here, and you can also access it from the Python. Fucking Python, it's fucking great. Oh, this game is just so... Like, given how little thought went into the original idea, I just like, oh yeah, evil Paimon. I always wanted to make an evil Paimon. We'll just make simple. We'll make a Danganronpa, and it's evil Paimon instead of Danganronpa. Like, I'm amazed at how many amazing things that's afforded me to do without even realizing it. This is like so many fucking memes and jokes and stuff. I love the movie posters. This is so cool. Yeah, I'm loving this. This is really coming together. Really coming together. Okay, I gotta... So I get a null reference there. Interesting. And my weapon gacha is looking pretty good. Okay, yeah, this is looking really good. Okay, so what's my null reference? Looks like we just ran out of objectives. Shouldn't we... Didn't I put another one in after... I thought I did. I thought I put an interact after... Yeah, set a conference table. Oh, multi never got disabled. That shouldn't matter though. All the children got disabled, and we successfully went through here and through here. I don't think that really matters. Just in the interest of cleaning things up though, it would be best to disable that. Okay, yeah. So when I finish the last multi, let's see, where is that? Frick, I have no idea. Let me think about this. We go through and we get them in a loop, don't we? But if it's a multi, we go through each objective and then we add them in. And then as we... Yeah, so we just do this each time, but we also check to make sure that it's active. Where do we figure out when they've finished though? To checkpoint. Teleport player. Get next there. Prepare next. Oh shit. Oh. Right, these are all multis. If dialog display.dialogs.count is 0, await dialog equals false. Prepare next. Okay, this is how I fix the timing issue. Because Paimon's single dialogue trigger was triggering too early. So now that triggers correctly. I'm not sure, but I think I can say here. I think it would be safe to say here. Receive complete .transform .parent .game object set active to false. Let me try that. I'm not sure why I ran that in full actually, because I need to keep an eye on the objectives and make sure that it... Again, this is just to make it look nice for me as a developer. This has no other bearing other than that. But I just think it would be nice. Even the top of that fucking thing's got a glitch on it now. Unity's fucking PNG alpha management is absolute fucking trash. Yeah, that worked perfectly. Still... Oh, it's because it's supposed to be an interact, isn't it? That's why. I gotta love the irony of it as well. Happy affiliate anniversary from Twitch, and it's like not a single person's fucking watching me. No, it's still doing it. Yeah, let me blow a party streamer all on my own. I don't fucking understand why this isn't working. All this is set up correctly. What? I'm so confused. It's saying objectives at current objective is out of range. Yeah, because it's gone on... Wait, it says it's current objective 5. What the fuck? Oh my god. Current objective 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. It should go to 4. How the fuck is it going straight to 5? How's it skipping 4? I'm in the trigger now and it's saving over and 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 over again. What the fuck? What the fuck is happening? So as I enter that trigger, it just saves over and over and over again. What the fuck? Yeah, on trigger enter, if other player compare tag as player, then we basically go in and we find the game manager and we get the objective manager and we send it through as a completion to the completions queue. And then we deactivate this game object. Is what's supposed to happen. Oh my god, why can't I stop fucking yawn? So fucking stupid. I slept like shit last night again, that's why. I just feel like I would just sleep better if I just laid down in a fucking barn. Under a cow. This fucking bed is shit. Imagine this bed is better than the last one I had. Which wasn't even... Where? Yeah, that wasn't even a proper bed. I mean, this isn't really a proper bed. I don't know what is happening. Other than I'm dying of fucking sleep deprivation. I also think that I get strange inconsistent behavior from continuing a game mid-game. What if I continue a game from the start of a game? You actually gotta... it's already... Yeah, it thinks we're on objective 4, that's 5, that's why. Zero, 1, 2, 3. It should be on 4. Oh, what the fuck is happening now? What a fucking shit show. I suppose she is facing me, isn't she? Oh my god, why is it being a cunt? It's as if, like, it's... No, at least it's prompting me now to sit there. That wasn't happening before. But it's as if this interaction objective is sending itself through as completed. What the fuck is happening? Right, this is really strange. Alright, let's find out what our completion system's doing. sick of doing all this. Just sick of doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Mind you, for debugging purposes, I should be able to... I should add a few tools for myself. Like, holding a certain button will just, like, auto-skip. And, where? Why the fuck is that? Wait, why does it tell me to go down here? Wait, what the fuck? I wonder if... Wait, no, my Paimon phone's not even running, is it? Wait, I am so confused. Why the fuck do we have an objective marker? What does my waypoint system have right now? How the hell did this happen? Location's got enter building in it. How? Wait, I am super confused right now. How the fuck did that even happen? I wasn't even really paying attention, so I don't... No, it must have moved on though. After the first one. That's so weird. I hope I'm not having like weird fucking Unity issues. Yeah, it's got... What the fuck is happening? You know what? To be honest, I think it's... You know what? I just think I've never noticed before because I've been so busy concentrating on getting these dialogue systems working. Yeah, I just think... I don't know how it ends up saying enter building though. I think it's always done this for this part. I think it's always done this. Ugh, so now I've got another fucking bug to figure out. I think it's always done this for this part. So for this... See, I need to think about how I want this to work, right? I think I would only ever use well, I don't know. I might use multi-objectives where it's like all over the place. And I don't want to confuse the player, because this always infuriates me as a player. But I understand why it happens, right? Because now I have the option Okay, so this is something I seriously need to address. Obviously, if you're playing through the game normally, this shouldn't be confusing, right? It's pretty obvious that you need to speak to all these people in this room. But you have to account for the fact, I mean, not for this game so much. Well, yeah, to be fair, we can't even leave this room yet, because I'm actually going to block this room off as well, so you can't leave. But, okay, in theory, my point is I don't know what it's going to be like later in the game, right? In theory, you could decide to go for a wander and just go for an explore at this point, and then sort of forget what you're supposed to be doing, right? Which, you know, admittedly, maybe you could put that down to, like, you know, bad player. You can only do so much as a developer. But what I would like this to do in this instance, yeah, I guess I've just never noticed that it's been doing this the whole time, I think. So for some reason it ends up navigating, so this is on the first multi. So when we get to the first multi, it's navigating to enter the building. That's really weird though. I don't know where it's getting that from. That's kind of weird. What does my system do if I null that out? Yeah, I thought it would. Okay, so my options are I could nullify it out. That might be my best option, so that multi-objectives like this that could be scattered across the building, I consider these like, you know, more challenging or whatever. Maybe we even introduce a different type of navigation system for something like this. See, this is akin to, I don't know, this almost reminds me of, you know, when Genshin wants you to find something on your own, but it'll give you a big yellow circle showing you sort of whereabouts to look. Now, we don't have a minimap for this, but like that's the sort of thing I'm thinking about. But I don't really want to build another navigation system for a start. Yes, I think what I should be able to do then is just say if it's a multi-objective thing, because there's so many ways you could do this. I could just go ahead and put markers on every single objective, every one of these multi-objectives, but I don't want to be too hand-holdy either. Or another option would be to point, like for this specific example, maybe I should make it so that I can put a custom marker if I want for a multi. Yeah, so I think the best way, well, on an objective, I have navigate, right? So I think the way it should work is if navigate is ticked on the parent, then wherever this parent object is where it navigates to. If it's not ticked, then it will do what's currently happening, which is to nullify the objective marker. Because for this specific example, right? So let's see where that is. I'm not sure exactly where that is. So if I go to my nav system and I set multi as the marker, where does it tell me that is? Okay, it's telling me to go upstairs, which is a good start. No, actually it's not. Okay, so yeah, it's because it's nowhere specifically. So it just so happens that it's probably at 000 or something. Yeah, it just so happens that the parent for this specific objective is down in fucking middle of nowhere. But for this specific thing, what I'll do is I'll make it point to just somewhere in that room. Again, no, there's no point because you're going to be locked in that room anyway. No, yeah, okay. For this specific one, I'll make it point nowhere. But yeah, I suppose that way I have a choice as a developer, right? Is I can say, okay, if all of these, if this cluster of objectives is in a specific area, like in the same way that Genshin sort of shows you what sort of area to be in for your current objective, but doesn't show you exactly where to look. Like for investigations, I'd want to use this, right? So let's say this was, you know, find 6 clues and find, you know, get 8 accounts. You know, this would probably, I don't know, point you to the crime scene or something like that. But then once you're at the crime scene, you're expected to sort of find the clues on your own. I think that's kind of what I'm going for. For this specific one, I'll just make it null. But yeah, I think that's how I'll make that work, so that on a multi-objective, I can choose whether to navigate to it or not. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's pointing me to... That's kind of weird. Not quite sure why it's pointing me to enter the building, though. That's kind of strange. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's try that. So that should fix the nav issue. And it gives me some control as a developer to say, okay, some multis will point you to a specific area. So, for example, investigate the crime scene might have, you know, 6 clues to find or whatever. And if you go for a wander and get lost and forget what you're doing, the navigation will return you to the crime scene, but it's not going to show you where each clue is. I think that's perfect. For this one, I turn it off because you're going to be locked in that room anyway, and everyone's stood right in front of you, and I don't want to point to a specific person and confuse anybody. So there's no reason to have a nav marker for it. Yeah, this should be great actually. Yeah, I never know. I kind of did notice that before, to be honest, because I remember being in a cutscene and noticing the arrows and thought, oh, I might want to turn those arrows off because they're like a little bit of distraction in the cutscene. And then I did kind of have an afterthought, like, where's that navigating to anyway? But I just assumed it was navigating to the people we were meant to be speaking to. But actually it was navigating back to the entrance for some weird reason. I still don't know why it was doing that though. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I might want to do the same for these dialogue triggers as well, because they are distracting. Yeah, so like we're in a dialogue sequence right now. Where's the objective marker set to? Again, it's so weird. See, I could understand why it was stuck on enter building. If I hadn't navigated to anything after then. So I'm not sure how it's getting... I'm not sure how it's ending up on enter building. Because we're on day 2 now. This does seem like an issue. There's something weird going on. But when I look at this code, it's like... Aren't these active objectives? Yeah, these are active objectives. But they shouldn't be inactive objectives anymore either. A little bit of tweaking needs doing with this nav system. Seems to be getting... And now I got a null reference. What the fuck? Line 334. Waypoint.location equals null. Null reference exception. Object reference not set to a specific thing. What the fuck are you talking about? Null should... Oh, wait. Mission waypoints lost... Wait, what the fuck? Did mission waypoint become null? Oh, that's weird. Mission... Wait, what the fuck? Oh, that's my fault. Oops. I nullified the actual reference to the waypoint itself. Okay, let's see what that does. Yeah, we don't get any waypoints interfering with these dialogue sequences, but these are child dialogue sequence nodes. So I wonder if it needs to be happening on single nodes. No, there we go, that worked perfectly. So now we don't have a waypoint interfering with the cutscene. It looks a lot better. And it should stay like that when we go into multi-objectives, because I made this multi-objective a non-navigating yes type. Perfect. Okay, it's working perfectly now. It's working perfectly. Yeah, we need to figure out what's going on with this completion error though. Yeah, that's so much better. That's really nice. Also, I might do something with Paimon where, and I don't know whether to make this, well, it's going to need to be a member, it's going to need to be an NPC behavior addition anyway. So what I'm not liking about this is, depending on who you finish talking to when Paimon makes her entrance, the camera looks at Paimon from a different position. It's supposed to, because Paimon is actually in the room right now. And she's basically rotating towards me like all of them do, because that's just part of the NPC behavior script. So because she rotates at an angle relative to me, the cutscene camera looks directly at her from whatever position that is. So it can range from like pretty much any of these. And it just makes it harder for me to set up a good shot of a character. So I think I'd like to have an additional... Well, I need to think about this because there's many ways to do this. But basically, I want to try and have more control over the camera. And this is the perfect like test situation for it. When Paimon makes her entrance, I want to have a little bit more control over the camera. All I basically want to do here is frame it, because I've seen various different framings of this, obviously in my testing, and some look a lot better than others. So I would prefer to make her static, because you don't see her anywhere right at this point. So the only reason I'm using the cardboard cutout Paimon, there's two reasons. First of all, I wanted to bring it into the game because I am going to need it at some point. And secondly, I knew I was going to use it as a camera reference point. But in using it as a camera reference point with the NPC behavior script on it where she rotates according to my position, I lose control over the camera somewhat because I can't really predict where the player's going to be, and it gives varying results. So I think I'm going to add an override on NPC behavior where I can basically say, okay, temporarily freeze your position to a desired location, so that we can I can basically set up like a good custom camera for that NPC, essentially. And this is where I would use it. Yeah, this is a bad shot of Paimon. Like she's right in front of her picture, whereas if the picture's to the side, it looks really good. Okay, so the last completion that we received was Interact Sarah. So I'm guessing the single dialogues aren't completed through the completion system then. I am even more confused. What's even more confusing? Wait, this makes no sense. We didn't come through the completion system and then we null referenced. We went straight to show objectives. What the fuck? Where else even calls show objectives though? Oh, don't we do it on some kind of weird refresh. So it's triggered by prepare next. Also on dialog child nodes, we do it if the child object is not null and the dialog root is not null. We also do it if a node does not have if advanced state is not true, current objective. Oh, the current objective is the current objectives. Yeah, so current objective is not the objectives count. Which I suppose it is. God, I can't stop fucking stretching, yawning and everything. Alright, I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to go get a coffee and shit. Alright.